Well, thanks for clicking on to the Sunday edition of Vogan's European Outlook. Just kind of want to expand a little bit on what I was talking about yesterday when it comes to the cold shock coming in to the UK and across many parts of Europe. Just a few days ago, we were talking about temperatures in excess of 40 Celsius in southern portions of France, and what a difference we are seeing this morning. So, this was high temperatures across Europe back on the 12th of September. We had temperatures, if you can remember, into the upper 20s in the southeast of England. We had 39 to 40 Celsius in the south of France, and parts of northeastern Spain had temperatures comparable to that as well. But this was the area, the same region this morning that recorded temperatures actually down below freezing in the plains of central France. And we did see some monthly records falling in some places in the centre of France. We also seen some very cold temperatures at high elevations and even relatively low levels across the north of Italy and the Alpine region as well. So big swings between extreme heat and now even extreme cold by mid-September standards anyway being set, and it is going to be interesting to see as we go forward what kind of weather pattern we get into the month of October, November, December, because the North Atlantic Oscillation is negative at the moment. It is expected to go towards neutral once again, but there is also hints now starting to show that the NAO goes back negative once again as we open the month of October. Now, why would that be the case? Well, if you happen to look at the tropics, which I believe has been a contributing factor to why we're seeing cold at the moment. But Hurricane Fiona, an 80-mile-an-hour hurricane over the tropical Atlantic, is expected to continue to strengthen. And if you notice here that this is the chart through, if I can get the right chart, it would actually help, of course. And let's just bear with me a wee second. So there we go. We've got basically Hurricane Fiona near the Puerto Rican coast at the moment. What is going to happen is this system is going to continue to deepen as it lifts west-northwest or north-northwest. And what is going to happen is we've got a trough kind of sinking southeast over the United States. We've got an area of low pressure over Quebec. That's carving out a trough over the northeastern half of the country. And as Fiona continues to track north, it then interacts with that trough, exit North America. And what will take place is we are going to see this shooting off to the north-northeast, possibly clipping Newfoundland, and then things get rather interesting. That system, of course, transitions to fully extratropical. It loses its tropical characteristics, but it does transport and take with it a lot of heat out of the tropics and pushes it up towards the Greenland region. What that does is, as we've seen, in the last several days, is that can lead to a pumping up of the ridge over the North Atlantic, over Greenland, and then downstream of that, over the British Isles and Ireland, we'll see this downstream southward plunge of Arctic air. And it looks as if the models are certainly now starting to kind of show that in a more consistent way, and it's something that we need to keep an eye on here. So a lot of uncertainty with the pattern when you involve the tropics, and I think I've made a fairly decent call back at the end of August that the tropics would become more of a factor during the month of September. It throws in all sorts of curveballs, and it can deliver an increased chance of rain, storminess, but it also can lead to settled weather, warmer than normal weather, etc., etc. We're seeing a bit of a back and forth going on, but certainly at the moment, below normal temperatures, northerly winds over the British Isles, keeping temperatures subdued for the time of the year. And over the next several days, we're going to see those temperatures easing in terms of the chill. We'll lose the northerly wind. We'll see more in the way of sunshine, and therefore the temperatures should respond. So that is the overall overview chart here for the North Atlantic, as you can see here. For this takes out the next week at this time, actually Sunday the 25th of September. A very, very powerful area of low pressure that was once Hurricane Fiona, sitting off the Labrador coast, as you can see here. And what we've got is we've got a very tight gradient here between an Azores high to the southwest of the UK. That bomb, or bomb cyclone, if you will, sits on the east coast of Canada, and we've got all sorts of scenarios with this type of situation. But if we happen to look at the jet stream chart, what ends up happening is that we have Hurricane Fiona kind of interacting with the jet stream. It enhances it, and then almost kind of like a flick of a rope, it starts to force the jet to become a lot more amplified, a lot more wavy. And of course, as you transport heat north, you then tend to force colder south downstream. And that is exactly what's going to take place, I think, based on this current setup. So we play through the loop here. We get Hurricane Fiona lifting north. We've got an increased jet stream over North America, as you can see here, between a contrast between extreme heat across the southern plains once again, cooler to the north, and the trough sinking south. As we start to see Fiona interact with the jet stream, it adds energy, instability, increases the winds of 250 millibars, and then there you go. So you get this big flare-up of jet stream winds. You force the jet northwards up towards Greenland, and in turn downstream we've got northerly winds coming down over the British Isles once again, which would indicate another surge of cold air to end the month of September, possibly begin the month of October. It may last for a day or two and then get kicked out. Very transient nature to this type of setup as well, and a lot of uncertainty. Pinpointing details, very, very difficult, of course. But if you notice here, this is off the GFS ensemble. This is the 850 millibar temperature anomaly chart. So this isn't the 850 temperature, but the anomaly. And you notice here that we have got plenty of cooler compared to normal across the UK and Ireland today. The core of the coldest air down across southern Europe, where we've seen record-breaking temperatures across parts of the Alps, North Italy, into the Balkan region. We're seeing snowfall. And then as we press through the course of this week, what we've got is milder air coming back into the play once again over the UK and Ireland. As you can see, cold continues to filter down into the heart of Europe. And then, of course, with Fiona lifting north, interacts with the jet stream, you then flick that skipping rope, so to speak, and then you've got another push of Arctic air coming down in over the British Isles and then into Europe for the end of the month and beginning of October here. And then, of course, as we go into the month of October, it's all to play for in terms of what type of pattern that we get. So lots of things certainly worth keeping abreast of the situation here. So stay tuned to my YouTube channel. I do appreciate you watching today's video, and please hit that subscribe button and stay tuned for more. Hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Bye for now.